So much is known about the late Princess Diana. She lived much of her life in the public eye and spoke about it with remarkable candor, from her marriage to then Prince Charles to the instability she experienced as a child of divorce. Even so, there are still aspects of her life that are less explored, like her childhood and her early jobs before becoming the Princess of Wales. These images share another side of Diana, the private person underneath the beloved public figure. On the occasion of her first birthday, a newly one-year-old Diana Spencer sat on a blanket at her home at Park House, Sandringham. So while she wasn't born into the royal family, she was a member of British nobility and grew up close by. Peering out from an old-fashioned pram at Park House, Sandringham, Diana would only have been 1 or 2 years old here. She was the fourth of 5 children. Her older brother, John, died shortly after he was born. Her younger brother Charles was born in 1964. According to the original caption, Princess Diana aged 2 at Park House in Sandringham, July 1963. There was substantial strain between Diana's parents due to their desire for a male heir, which would later contribute to their eventual divorce, even though they eventually did have a son. A toddler Diana pushed a pram wearing a red quilted hooded jacket and blue trousers, as well as some darling checkered socks and matching red shoes. Fun fact, the Spencers leased their house from Queen Elizabeth, whom Diana called Aunt Lilibet, from childhood onward. A portrait of the young Diana, who would have been roughly 4 when this photo was taken, showed the young future royal as a self-composed child. Like many of the nobility, Diana was first homeschooled by a governess before being sent to school several years later. Some family photos show Diana's love of animals, including this photo of her being kissed by her pet pony, Scuffle. Interestingly, she was not an avid horse rider, although after she became a member of the royal family she sometimes partook in the activity. Once Diana's and Charles's relationship became public knowledge, the paparazzi began aggressively snapping photos of her, which was a practice that would continue her whole life. Before their marriage, many photos like this would be taken of Diana walking around London. Throughout her life, Diana could be seen attending the Wimbledon tennis tournament with other family members and royals. In 1980, when this was taken, public attention had increased about her relationship with Charles. The pair would subsequently get engaged in February of 1981. Diana and Charles held hands while walking around London. They first met in 1977 when he was dating her sister, Sarah Spencer. They were, by this stage, in the official, courting period, before they became engaged in February and wed in July 1980.